Roger Dodger, this is MC Codger saying welcome back to episode 58, and I have got the ultimate automated farm. I know I've done them before, but this one's even better. And it starts off here with this little plot where I have carrots and potatoes. It's only 4 blocks wide, and it is on 2 levels. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks on the lowest level. I have some beetroot there. Got some wheat, pumpkins, and behind each of these pumpkins is a piston, just like these pumpkins have pistons, and you'll see why later. Then we go up a layer, and I've got more wheat, and I've got melons and pumpkins and more carrots. So I've got a variety of food, more so than just with a potato farm. And what I'm going to do is take this plot, and what's going to make this farm work very fast, very automatic, and extremely cool is I'm going to clone it. And I'm going to do that with this block here. I'm going to hook up, here's my pulsar. I'm going to hook that up a little bit later. Right now, I'll just show you this block. Here's my clone command, okay? And I've got remember when we clone, just like we cloned that road, we choose 2 corners, 2 opposing corners of the 3-dimensional space that we're going to clone. So here I've got the 2 opposing corners, X212, Y81, and then Z3308, and then X207, Y83. So I'm I am cloning 3 blocks high. The foundation block with the dirt on the first level, and then all the way up to include the block and the pistons and the actual plants on the 3rd level. So 81 to 83, and then the last 3 numbers are where we will set that cloned plot. And remember, the block that you identify in the last 3 numbers is the lowest north west, I believe it is, corner of the new space. So we've got that done. So you look here. Here's our plot. Now as soon as I push this button, it should have cloned, and look at that. It sure did. This is my basic garden, which is going to be cloned over and over and over again. Well, in order to harvest it, I'm going to have to get a little more creative. How we're going to make it all work. See you in a bit. Okay, I'm back, and you can see that I've added some things here. Now, of course, we had to be in creative mode in order to access our command blocks, so I'm still there. I'm going to just kind of fly around here and show you what we've got. What I've added in cobblestone is what's going to remain permanent. Everything here, other than that, the plants and the sandstone, is going to be cloned every cycle, including that bit of air just above my hoppers. Now my hoppers I've added, they're not going to be cloned, but you can see I've added 1, 2, 3 layers above the of cobblestone, above the sandstone, and on top of that I placed my my dispensers, each one with water, a bucket of water in them. So that's our water. Let me just turn this on right quick and show you what's going on. Okay, the water goes and goes down and harvests, kind of like everything has been. Now the pumpkins are in the way. The melons are in the way. We're going to deal with that. Those are going to have to be harvested by the pistons. But once they're harvested by the pistons, the water will still take them and put them in the chests. So we've got that going. We're going to have to figure out how to synchronize the water and the cloning and make that all work, and the pistons and so on. But I want to look over here. Here's the channel where the water goes down here and just goes on down to the river. You can see the very end of it going in the river there. And under here I have, I think it's 15 layers. I've got hoppers on top of hoppers on top of hoppers, and I've got so many of them because when you start harvesting all of that water at once, or all of that food at once, it's easy to clog up a hopper. You know, it's only got this hopper's only got 5 slots, and you can clog that up real quick. So we want to pass those hoppers to pass on to the hoppers below, and then we start introducing chests. And then the chests pass on into hoppers too. So we've got 15 rows of hoppers and chests, 4 wide, and at the bottom we're passing on into here. You can see we've collected some things in this one already from the water that we gave, and then this one goes over into here and over into here, and we just got lots and lots and lots of space for all that food. Okay, now just a second. I'm going to have to make it so that our pistons will work, and we'll try and tie everything together. So I'll be right back. Okay, we're back, and I have tied everything together here. So let's take a quick look and see how it works. I've got these guys tied together. Notice my redstone signal is coming off of here. I've got that little tiny delay. Remember, we kind of needed that one repeater there, so we're coming off of there. We're coming over and down through this repeater, for distance sake, to this NOT gate. The NOT gate's coming over here through this repeater to these 2 torches, which are off. And of course, it's a torch tower, so that it energizes these blocks, which energize the pistons, which are behind those pumpkins and melons. And you already saw our water is tied together through this torch tower here, and it just has its own on-off switch over here to turn the water on and start harvesting. So one thing I am missing is this last bit of redstone right here to energize the command block. And we already looked at the command for cloning, and so we are just about ready to go. So let me start by turn on the water, take a look, and there's our water coming through here. Now, of course, water will not harvest the melons or the pumpkins, but once they are harvested by the pistons, water will carry them on down, and then they'll get out of the way and they'll end up down in those hoppers and chests. So now, let's drop down here. Throwing away my redstone. Let's get this guy started. Okay, did you hear that? There was the piston. First signal for cloning. Now let's take a look and watch this in action. This is so cool. There it goes. There goes the food once again. And it just does that over and over again. Each cycle clones the garden and then harvests it. So you've got, so you have, I guess, genetically modified organisms, GMOs, I guess, in our garden here, because they're cloned. But look at that, all that food. Okay, here it comes. Now let's go down and take a look. We'll actually go down through our entryway this time. I got it in a kind of a cave entrance here. Double doors, and there's our chests. Let's see what's going on here. Let's open this guy up. There we are, starting to fill up. Filling up with stuff, filling up with stuff. Okay, and the same thing with these guys. Open this guy. Look at all the food just passing right through. Passing right through. There we are. Enough food to feed an army. Wow, that is so cool. All right, I just wanted to show you that, and we'll go right back up topside here. And while we're coming back up, I just want to say that I hope you build yourself this wonderful clone farm and harvest as much food as you want of all different varieties. And we got everything that we need to feed an army. So until the next time, this is MC Codger. We will see you next time.